Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emily and I am a professional dancer on a cruise ship. So today I'm going to be listing all the things we do and don't pay for while working on a cruise ship. So the first thing, and probably the most obvious thing, is your room. You don't pay for rent, you don't pay for accommodation, you don't pay for any of that while living on a cruise ship. So that's all included in your contract. So something we do pay for is everything inside the room. So any storage, decorations, the lights, anything like that, you have to buy yourself. You do have to keep your room really clean because we do have weekly inspections to make sure that your trash is being taken out, your bed is made, you're keeping the room tidy and you're not leaving rubbish around. You don't have to pay for food. Crew members, we have a special little area called the mess, and that is where all the crew members go and eat free of charge. Depending on what department you're in, you may get different privileges. So, for example, entertainers, we are allowed to use the guest buffet at certain times. We do have the rules that guests come first. If there's a line, we have to go away, come back later. Guests always get first priority in the buffet, but we are allowed to eat there. So while we're on the topic of food, things that you do have to pay for are specialty dinings on the ship. So, for example, the sushi restaurant, that's extra charge for crew members. The guest coffee shop, that's extra charge. We do have cruise shops that have snacks and drinks and little essential items that you need. So that is available for us to purchase as well. Again, we have to pay for that. We also have the crew bar, so you can go and have a drink, relax, socialize, all that stuff. The drinks there are charged, but they are super cheap, very discounted for the crew. So we as crew members do not have to pay to use washing machines and do our laundry. But however, we do have to pay for our laundry detergent. So whether that's Tide Pods, washing liquid, any of that stuff, you do have to pay for, but the machine itself, free to use. This next subject is a little bit touchy because every ship is different and every company does this differently. Guys, I just recorded so much footage. It didn't record half of it. That's okay. Let's do it again. I believe I had gotten up to Wi-Fi. So I can't speak for other companies when it comes to Wi-Fi, but from my company and my experience, this is how it is. Our basic level of Wi-Fi is free for all crew members. Like your messaging is the main thing that it can do. It pretty much works on most things. However, it's super slow. I could go on Instagram and I can watch a story, but it will take me forever to load it. Yes, it's just the very basic Wi-Fi, but it is free and it does do what you need it to do. Our next level up from that is $2. This gets you everything except streaming. So you can go on your social medias, you can do your video calls, but you just cannot stream. And TikTok also doesn't work, which is really upsetting, but that's okay. And then we go up one more level, which is $4.99. You can do everything on it. You can stream, you can watch a Netflix series if you want to, you can watch your TikTok for hours, you can doom scroll, you can do all of that. Each package lasts for 24 hours. I think that's really cheap. I've heard of other crew members spending about the same amount of money for an hour or two. So super lucky with the Wi-Fi situation. I'll happily spend $2 for 24 hours. I also like to buy an eSIM when I'm away. I'm especially in the US ports. It's so much easier to get around. I can order an Uber. I don't have to worry about finding a place that has Wi-Fi. I can just use my data. So I always buy an eSIM. I don't remember what I said. Next thing that we do pay for is merch. Anything that's in the gift shops on the ship are extra charge for crew. However, we do get a discount. I believe ours is 20%, 25% off, which is really nice. I like to buy a few t-shirts sometimes just so I have something to chuck around and walk around the ship in. It's just easy to chuck on a branded shirt and look a bit more put together with a name tag for guests as well. Something that crew members don't need to pay for is any medical help that we get on board. So if you're sick, you've got a cold, anything, if you need to go see the doctor, then you get a little signed note from your manager, you can go, and then any medication that they give you, any pills, anything at all, that is included. We tend to get sick quite often. It's very easy to get sick on board because we live in such a confined space. We have lots of guests coming and going all the time, bringing new germs in, so it's really handy to have free medical charges on board. Another thing that you do have to pay for is anything off the ship, basically. If I want to go off in port in Nassau, then that is all supplied by myself. I have to pay for transport, I have to pay for food. Obviously, once you're off the ship, you're not the ship's responsibility, so you have to pay for yourself off the ship, which is probably self-explanatory, but some people might not know that. I will say, just as like a last final point, some things that crew members do have to pay for before we even start the contract. A full medical exam can be super pricey. You have to get a full body examination just to make sure that you are fit and healthy to work on a ship for a long period of time. You also have to pay for your STCW certificate, is a full safety course. You also have to pay for a visa before you get on board. I got my C1D and B1B2 visa. This was reimbursed to me by the ship. That was a covered cost. It can add up, but you work it back. They last quite a long time, so they'll last you a few contracts. Yes, it is a little bit of money to fork out at the start, but it's worth it in the long run. I think that's all I can think of for now. I'm sure I'm missing so many things and I'm going to think about them after. I think I will leave it there for today. Thank you so much for watching. I am enjoying this new journey of making content, just living life with no regrets, I guess. I can't wait to make more videos in the future. Your support means so much to me, even if it is just watching my video. Thank you for coming along for the journey, and I hope you continue to watch. So I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye!